Like, I'm telling you, this is why I don't watch television. Like, television is poisonous. Like, there's a lot of bullshit in it, and if you do watch it, you need to watch it with a red lens and see, like, pay attention to, like, all the propaganda, what they're trying to get you to, like, accept. If you notice, like, the Marvel movies, they're remaking them and adding female, like, leads. You know, like, they got a female James Bond now. You know what I'm saying? Look
Captain
at
Marvel.
Captain Marvel. You know,
There's
look
a
at
female Loki.
And also, Netflix isn't safe either because
Netflix,
they're
yeah.
pushing
They're one of the worst.
a gay agenda. Like, oh, it's cool to be. I'm saying, look, it's a choice you gotta make, but brother, if that's not who you are, don't fall into that, man.
Yeah. It's like they're almost trying to push it on you, like this social acceptance. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, man. You just gotta know, like, when you see it, you know, like when you're watching TV or whatever. But when you look at the movies, like, they're definitely taking old classics. If you look at the movies in the '80s, right? You look at, like, you had Bloodsport, Jean-Claude Van Damme. You had Rambo, you know, Sylvester Stallone. The Rocky movies, Sylvester Stallone. You had Arnold Schwarzenegger with the Predator movies, etc. The Terminator. These were like genuinely old school masculine icons. You know what I'm saying? Muscular leaders of leaders. You know, Troy, whatever it may be. These older movies. But if you look at, like, movies now look at the guys. They're like fucking soy boys, bro. Like, it's not the same.
something?
Even
go ahead, sure.
rappers too.
And even
Please.
their love interests were more feminine.
Yeah.
A lot more feminine.
For sure. And, like, the women now are a lot more masculine. You look at, like, you know, Tom Cruise in Top Gun.
James Bond.
You know, and James Bond. James Bond is like one of the most the secret spy running around getting hot chicks, whatever. Now it's played by an African American overweight woman. Like, see how many checks they're trying to hit there? Like, overweight, minority, woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're trying to hit so many different social agenda boxes. It's ridiculous. You know, and I'm looking at it like, okay, so you guys are going to downgrade classics, you know, to appease, you know, the social justice warriors and everything else. Yeah. You know, and this is one of the things where I say, like, equality isn't always good. Like, they want to put women in infantry, and I think, honestly, women have no place in combat whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a bunch of biological reasons for that. Like, women don't have the endurance, they don't have the same strength, they can't compete with a man. And then, honestly, I don't want any American soldier that's a female getting caught as a prisoner of war. Like, hell no. Because what's going to happen is those guys are going to violate her to a degree, and it's going to make the United States look bad. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to use it as a prop to try to put us in a weird position. So I think, personally, women have no place in combat. Y'all aren't fit. Women aren't fit for it. They're not equipped for it. And a woman cannot compete with a man, period. You know what I'm saying? You take a teenage boy, he could fuck up a woman that's trained. Like, real talk. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a biological reality. You know, and that's not to shit on any of our female service members. Like, thank you for your service. But I personally think it's not in our best interest to put them on the front lines in combat. It jeopardizes all the other guys. You're telling me you got a bunch of young, healthy 18-year-old men that are going into war, and they got an 18-year-old girl with them that isn't as strong as them. What if one of them gets injured? Can she drag them to safety? Probably not. So what have you done? You're only as strong as your weakest link. You know, I'd be mad as fuck if I was fighting alongside a female soldier and I know that she did not meet the same standards that I met to hold this rifle. Because her standards were watered down in the name of equality. That's bullshit. And I know people, oh my God, Myron, you're fucking, you know.
Misogyny.
But hey, in war, there is no rules. It's not
That's
fair.
your life, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your life.
And one of the questions I ask all the ladies, because we had a bunch of women on the panel a couple of days ago, and they're like, well, we can fight, man. I can fight a man, but I was like, oh, really? Okay. So if your country and your safety depended upon this, would you send 20,000 women to war, or would you send your 20,000 men to war? Oh, I'd send the men. Well, why?
Men.
Because deep down, you have a higher probability of winning with sending the men. Because your country's stakes on it, right? You're going to put the people that are best equipped to fight. You put the men. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, if you got guns, it doesn't matter. You got snipers, it doesn't matter.
Oh, no, it still matters. Trust me.
The blowback, the weight, you know, the emotions. Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
The woman with the most bodies, I think she was in Russia.
One woman out of how many?
Not one woman, but like one of many, but she has the most kills. It was like over like 500 or something.
Okay.
She's out there.
That's cool.
She's out there.
She's out there.
That's an anomaly.
You guys got to remember that.
That's an anomaly.
Exceptions, anomalies and
What's her
exceptions
name?
don't make the rule.
This is sad.
You need to have a strong army. You need numbers. You know what I'm saying? You need numbers. So, okay, fantastic. You got one woman that's a fantastic shot. That's a good soldier. Great. Can you build 20,000 of them? No.
It's like 1 out of 10.
You know what I'm saying? So it's even less than that. You know, so it is what it is. I'm saying the probabilities increase when you put people that are fit for battle, and I think like lowering standards to appease a social justice warrior mantra of let everybody in, they should all be able to get in. Like,
it's gonna hurt us because if China comes to war with us,
fresh.
We're done.
Martin, here's the name right here. Sorry,
Natasha Romanoff. Who's that?
Black Widow. Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you know it's a good movie to watch? Matrix, man. So I feel like we're in the Matrix right now.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, and here's the thing. Like, me saying this stuff is considered controversial. Me saying, me saying some, you said the new Matrix is coming in December.
Woo, I'm going to that movie.
Yeah, but like, it's crazy to me that like, if I state biological fact that like, yes, men are more equipped for war than women and we should have predominantly men in infantry, especially, like, I'm not saying women can't be in the military, but I think they should be in support positions, not in frontline combat. Oh, you're misogynistic, you're an asshole, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, this is the truth. This is a fact. But this is the world we live in. Feels before reals, man. And in war, it gets really fucking real. And I would be angry if I was a soldier and I had a woman next to me that I knew did not pass the same physical standards that I did, because the female standards are significantly less than the male standards, significantly, so that they can pass. There's a reason why. Look at SF. Look at the Army Rangers. Look at SF is Special Forces. Women can't make it into these units. Why? Because there's one standard, and they can't pass the physical requirements for them.
I agree with that. There should be one standard.
One standard. Yep. If you want to fight in the military, fantastic. Great, you want to serve your country. But there should be one standard.
Your peers can.
Or, if you're going to put women in the military, which I think is fine, put them in support positions where they don't compromise the other people that are fit for combat.
Yeah, like a medic.
I have a question. Didn't the Army like ban transgenders or?
No, they're allowed.
They're allowed.
They for the longest they were, but they're allowed.
So what do they do with transgenders? Like,
they're allowed to serve. Yeah, they're allowed to serve. It used to be like a don't ask, don't tell type policy with that whole realm with the alphabet community. But now it's it is what it is.
Shadow realm.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the other thing too, because they let transgenders compete with women, and even these guys that are heavily dosed up on estrogen and all these other drugs are still fucking women up, bro.
I seen that.
You know what I'm saying? Like they had a male fighter, transgender fight a woman, and he destroyed her.
It was.
They had a transgender woman compete in the Olympics, and the weightlifting thing destroyed them.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like, bro, like women just can't compete physically, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it is what it is. Like, but people get mad when I say that shit. It's like, whatever, bro. It is what it is, man.
All right, super chats.
Any
Chris is in the bathroom.
Chris went. Okay. So, any other questions?
Any more
ladies?
questions?
I low-key have one more.
Sure, go ahead.
Like, what
or
is
comments
it,
or
what is it that a woman needs to have for you guys to put a ring on it? Because people be dating out here for like 6, 7, 8 years, and there's like no ring.
That's actually a really good question.
So like, what is it for you guys to like make that initiative? I guess.
Yeah, for the most part, guys want a girl that's gonna be coachable. In terms of like, not like, oh, do what I say, but more like, okay, if I'm the leader and I'm going on this path, are you willing to listen to like help the family? That's one. 2, also they want an attractive girl, not just like a regular, whatever. They want like an attractive girl. They can say, you know what, this is my wife. I'm proud of her, right? And then 3, I would say is that most women aren't doing wife duties today. Meaning, for example, they'll say, yeah, I want to have a husband or I want to have a man in my life, but they don't do laundry, they don't cook, they don't even know how to like be a woman. They're more like, oh, I'm a boss, babe, I'm independent, I make money. It's like, we do that ourselves. We don't want that from our woman. We want a nurturing woman that can take care of our kids if we want kids, or someone that's considerate and says, hey, you know what? I know my husband likes back rubs after work, or he likes sandwiches in the morning. The thing is, like, you see what a man is doing in life, so you can aid him, and most women can't do that. They just show up and expect the whole world, but they don't do what the man needs. And then it's like, okay, why did he ghost me? Is because you didn't add any value to his life. So that's very important. Say, for example, right now, my dog usually at my house is just chilling by himself while I do the show. I got Shorty taking care of my dog right now, and it's like she's helping because that right there I can't do right now. But she sees, you know what, in my life I'm not there to take care of my dog, but she's
that
done
bitch ass nigga hero.
Yeah, my nigga hero. The point is that like they see where they can add to your life, and they do it willingly, not because they have to, but because they want to. So most women, they just show up, get dick down, and then, oh, that's my man, but not adding value to his life.
But when do you think that they should start doing that? Because I'm not gonna do laundry and cook and clean for you after the first time we have a date.
Well, obviously, once you know the guy's worth it, and you can tell this pretty quickly. You know when a guy's like high value when he's not. You know when he's like a bum pretending. Once you find out he's the real deal, let's just start right away. Don't waste time because if he smashes you right, and you're not adding value, he's like cool. Another smash, who's next? But if you're adding value, damn. So to clean my house, dishes are put up, like everything's clean. Damn, I want to see her again. She's adding value.
And sorry, ladies, that's your job to figure it out. Because if you're with a guy, he doesn't want to ask you, oh, so when do you think I should start paying bills and buying your dinner dates? You should know how to be women. So don't ask us when do you think you got. No, if you don't know that by now, then that's an issue. So figure it out. Learn what the guy wants, and it's not you and per se and personal, but it's most women nowadays and today's society don't know how to fuck to be an actual woman who's feminine, traditional, cook, clean. It's pretty much it's sad, All
right, so I'll give some general advice. This isn't for me in particular because my strategy is a little different, but what I would say for all the ladies out there, because we do have a surprising amount of women that are like watching the show and increasing, and I get a lot of DMs from ladies saying, "Hey, thank you so much. You keep it real. Y'all tell us. You tell me what my girlfriends never will."
Sorry, Martin. Go ahead.
Well, so what I'll say is that the best advice I can give a girl to get a ring, because I really like this question that you asked, because becoming a girlfriend and getting a ring are two different things, right? What I'll say is this. You got to come into your man's life and see where the gaps and holes are in his life, right? So, once a girl figures out, and this is why I have to like kind of have it open-ended because every man is different. So the best, this is why I'm phrasing it like this. The best thing you could do is go into the man's life and kind of see where the gaps are. Of course, this is a guy that you like and you really want to keep around, and see how you can fill those voids and basically become what I call an indispensable utility to him. What most girls do is they come into a man's life and they're essentially an interchangeable piece. You don't want to ever be an interchangeable piece because then you're replaceable. You want to be indispensable where if you're not around, he can't necessarily operate to the same level and or degree. So in other words, he can't be at his best without you by his side. And this is where so many strong, independent women fail because they think, well, I'm going to focus on me and that's going to make me better. But what women don't realize is that when you don't make your man better, now you've become an interchangeable component and he can just exchange you for another girl. A woman's value doesn't come from the security she provides. Her value comes from her ability to allow her man to provide the security. And you do that by being an indispensable component in the spoke wheel of his success. So it's on you as a girl to kind of come in and figure out where are the gaps, where can I help out, how can I help this man perform. Maybe he's performing at 95, 100% capacity. Can you get him to that 101, 102, 103%? Because at that point, every percent really matters, especially when you're dealing with a guy that's on a higher status. So that's what I would say is like where he can't necessarily operate without you, So you got to come in from, let me be his assistant. And I know a lot of girls don't like to hear that because I want to be a boss, babe. I want to be my own boss. That's cool, but you're going to have to forego that for the betterment of your man. And trust me, when your man wins, you're going to win too. Because men lead naturally and women follow. But if you win, well, women don't look at success the same. As you make more money, become more successful, you're going to look for other suitors. As he becomes more successful, makes more money, you're still going to be his chick. He might fuck other bitches. No, I ain't going to lie to y'all. He's going to probably have sex with other girls. But you're going to be his main girl. If you can get a guy to cry over losing you, you won. Those other bitches he just has sex with. And I think once women understand that, can grasp the fact that men are going to go out there and fuck girls and your guy's only going to be as loyal as his options. And if you're dealing with a high value guy, he's going to have other girls. If you can accept that and understand you need to be an indispensable piece in the spoke wheel of success, then you're going to be able to keep him. If you can do those two things, I really think you'll be able to keep him. Because most girls don't do that. Most girls come in, like I told y'all before, and they extract resources, don't provide. And on top of that, they're jealous. They don't want to share whatever it is. So then he's going to lie to you. He's going to lie, oh, no, baby, you're the only one. He's out here smashing other girls. So that depends on your tolerance too, and then the level of guy that you're trying to get. You're trying to get a guy, attractive, 6 feet tall plus, makes money, whatever, you're going to have to share him. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You're going to have to share him sexually. That's the key.
And so, Mara,
I have a question.
Mara,
So that's my last
to your point.
Kiran Korpunia. Hey, thank you. She's been really supporting. Thank you so much. Thanks to FNF Game. I'm getting married in June 2022 to a High Value Man from your only female sub. Thank you.
There you go. Awesome.
Yeah, man. So I think that's what like a lot of modern day women kind of miss in the West is that they think that I need to have a career. I need to bring my own bag to the table. No, just help your man bring a bigger bag to the table and you'll be okay. You know, if you put your career on the back burner and focus on him, you're really going to be, you know, in a strong spot. And I know that's scary because it's like, fuck, well, what if he leaves me? You know what I'm saying? I know there's always that fear, but that's the risk.
Does that answer your question?
That's the risk, unfortunately.
I have a question.
Sure.
Let's say hypothetically, like you're living with your girlfriend, and you know one of your guy friends is coming over, and she's wearing something very provocative, and you tell her to change, and she says no. What would you do?
Shit out that bitch.
Well, she's just disrespectful at that point. I mean, like, or she could just sit her ass in a room. But at the same time, I guess she has the argument. Well, I'm home. I want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. You either get another roommate, move out, live on your own. But I mean, you would think that just out of a courtesy that she would do that for you. But I mean, she probably don't fuck with you like that.
Because I saw a YouTube video, and this lady was just cursing out her man right in front of her dude. I mean, his friend. So it was like really, really late. I'm sorry.
Wait, so I'm confused. Like, I don't know if it's you, but like your female roommate didn't want to change when you were bringing a guy over?
No, I'm saying like I seen a YouTube video, and this guy, he was bringing over his friend, and you know his girlfriend didn't want to change, and it was like a big argument. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was a girl and she was bringing a guy. Okay, yeah,
I was confused.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. Okay,
what are you saying?
Yeah, no, that's completely unacceptable. Like that's another thing too. Like I think women need to kind of understand is that like you should be doing things unprompted. Like for example, like. Bro, if you got like sexy pictures on the internet, you should probably take that shit down when you get into a serious relationship. You know, you should probably cut all your male friends off. You should probably focus on like not putting yourself in compromising situations that would embarrass your boyfriend, like you at a nightclub, you know, when you have a boyfriend at home. Like a guy shouldn't have to tell you to cut out your whole behavior. Like he shouldn't have to tell you. You should just be known. Like, oh, you're with me now. Or if a girl really likes you, she's gonna cut it out anyway. Like, let's be honest. Once y'all find a guy that you like, you're gonna cover up a little bit more. You're gonna not put yourself in certain situations where weird, creepy guys can hit on you. Like, you're just gonna naturally do it.
Weird, creepy guys hit on you regardless. Even if when you're wearing sweats and you have your hair in a bun, no makeup.
That's true.
They all up on you.
But he's saying that you won't
mitigate
go to
risk
clubs just because you know what? I got a man now. I don't need to be there just because you respect him.
Yeah, you're right. Like creepy guys are gonna hit on you regardless. But like, let's be honest. If you're wearing baggy sweats and like not putting yourself in weird situations, you're gonna get hit on far less than if you go out how you normally would if you're single. So it's all about mitigating risk. Really, is what it comes down to. You're gonna get hit on anyway. But if you could mitigate the risk and respect yourself a little bit in the process, it's gonna go a long way towards your boyfriend taking you a little bit more seriously too. Because you guys got to remember that with men, like when we give a girl a relationship or a title or whatever it is, we're basically paying full price for the car. And no guy wants to pay full price for a car that they know knowingly that other people have driven around for free. It's very embarrassing. It's like, let's say, I use this analogy all the time for girls. Let's say you bought a Gucci bag, right? And you paid $500 for it. And you go home and you're all hyped and you tell your girl, hey girl, like check it out. I got this fucking Gucci bag. You text her a picture and she texts you back like, hey girl, I got that bag for $250. What you gonna do? You're like, what the fuck? You're gonna be like, what? You're gonna go back to that fucking Gucci store. You're gonna march back with your receipt. Hey, bitch, I need my $250 back. And then she looks you dead in the eye and says, oh no, that's your price. And you're like, what? And then you look to the left and you see someone else pay $100 for it. You see someone else pay $50 for it. See someone else pay $1,000 for it. Then you see someone else get it for free. You're gonna be mad. You're like, what the fuck? But then you realize everyone else has their own price, and it's gonna be you're gonna get mad that you paid a significant amount more than other people.
But that makes me have a question.
Yeah, sure.
How come you have to tell it how it is to everyone else, but for this you don't? Like, that's just how it is. Everyone has a different price.
Well, that's true. That everyone
that's
does.
Just how
everyone does, and that's absolutely true. You're right. Like a loser, a guy that isn't necessarily as good with women is going to pay a far higher price than someone that is. But no guy wants to be reminded that he's paying more.
Yeah.
It's the reminder.
That's the issue.
Like, nigga, you
don't have it in his face.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if you're out here finessing dudes, like, don't let him openly know that, like, the guy doesn't want to know overtly that he's overpaying for the product. Not that I'm saying you guys are a product, but let's be honest. Women are typically looked at as sex objects, and men are looked at as success objects. You know, it is what it is. Do you have something?
Okay, yeah, I have a question. Why
Yeah,
do you
sure.
think women are more delusional?
Delusional?
Or live more in their fantasy than men. Men are more realistic.
Because if I'm a fat loser as a man and I live with my mom and I smoke weed every day, society negatively reaffirms my bad decisions. I don't get girls. My friends tell me I'm a loser. People make fun of me. Like, as a guy, if you're a loser, like, there's consequences to it. Like, people typically are going to hold you accountable for your bad decisions. With women, your bad decisions are rarely punished because women lie to each other all the time, which we discussed. Men aren't going to tell you that you're a fat loser. They're going to either A, try to sleep with you or just ignore you. Because if you tell a woman, if anything that criticizes a woman is immediately met with
misogyny,
you can't criticize women in 2021. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? It's considered rude or taboo. Hell, even if you tell a girl, hey, you're overweight, you need to lose weight, that's considered fucked up. But if you tell a guy
it's
that,
fat shaming.
yeah, it's fat shaming. You know what I'm saying? So since women are rarely told the truth by men and their peers, they kind of get this benefit of being in a Disney fairy tale.
So it's more emotion than anything, basically.
I would say people lie to women because it's very difficult for women to accept the truth. Like, if you tell them uncomfortable truths like, hey, you know, you probably need to lose some weight, or hey, you know, you're kind of a raging bitch, which is why you're single, or hey, you're a little overbearing, whatever. Like, it's very socially taboo to criticize women in the West, especially by a guy. Hell, y'all don't even criticize each other. If a man criticizes a woman, it's considered the worst.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why, like, this podcast is growing in such crazy popularity, is because I tell women to their face, like, nah, you're a little delusional, or hey, this is why you're not getting what you want, because I'm a shoot straight, you know. But let's be honest, here's another reason why guys don't tell women the truth. We're trying to fuck. You know?
It's true.
When a guy deals with you, 9 out of 10 times he's doing it for the purposes of having sex with you. You know, very rarely are you going to come on a platform, on a podcast where we're not trying to bang you. We're just talking, right? Shooting the shit sometimes, right? And could be honest with each other like this, you know, because most of the time when guys talk to women, they're trying to get laid. So automatically their last motive is to break rapport, which is telling the truth. So that's why I would say, you know, a lot of women live in a delusional world. Not all. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully if you have a brother, your brother's going to tell you this shit, you know, because I always say it, your brother, your uncle, your father, guys that typically don't have a sexual interest in you are going to keep it real with you.
So basically, like, women that don't have a strong male figure.
Which is why it's so important to have that as a woman, because reality is never going to tell you the truth. Your father, your brother, and other male family members are going to tell you the truth, though, because they're not trying to fuck you.
Yep.
Can I add on to that? Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
talking a lot
Yeah, go ahead.
today.
Yeah, go ahead. You good?
I was gonna say also, I feel like it's because merch. I feel like it's because women are less receptive. Like, we're not coachable. When you tell someone, like, oh, you, like, for example, the friend that I have that blocked me for literally telling her.
Yeah, what'd
like,
you tell her? Tell us. Go walk us through that. What'd you tell her for
So
to block
it's
you?
a whole long like.
Dream World.
It was a long process where, like, she would always complain to me about this guy. Like, he got her pregnant. He left her. He kicked her out the car pregnant with her shoes in the car. He kidnapped her dog. Like, all kinds of shit that it's like, why? The dick cannot be that good. Even if it is, there's other good dick out there.
I mean,
Like, it's
That doesn't
not
kidnap
making
dogs.
sense. It's not making sense. So one day I was tired of her, like, whatever. I don't remember what it was that she asked me to do, but I told her no. And normally, like, if she tells me, oh, hit him up, see if he responds, I'll do it. So, but then one time I hit him up, and after that, she wanted my password to read the messages. I'm like, I send you screen recordings of everything. I'm not trying to get with this man. Why would I want the man that did all this shit to you? So he could get me pregnant, so he could rob my dog. Like, sis, it don't make sense. I don't want him. I don't even want you to want him.
I mean, if the dick is good, I mean, you might want to try it out.
No, not even. Not even.
Yeah.
I have
So-
enough
so
good
she-
dick in my life.
And that's common, actually, that where, like, she knows that he's bad, but what she'll do is she'll try to come in and say, you're just trying to fuck him, that's why you're trying to break me from him.
And it's not even
Yeah,
about
that
me
happens.
telling her to leave him. It was about me not complying with the fuckery. You know what I mean? Like, she was so used to me, like, egging her on, like, yeah, he ain't shit here. I'm gonna hit him up. Oh, this is what he said.
Okay.
Or like me, one time I called him because she said that, oh, she found messages in his phone. Meanwhile, I FaceTime him, telling him, oh, you ain't shit. Why would you do this to my girl? He's like, yo, calm down. This is a friend I've known since high school. All she said was happy holidays. your friend is a fucking crazy bitch. And so I had to go back and be like, look, sis, you're not about to have me looking crazy. Like, y'all got to work this shit out yourself.
So she made you kind of like the messenger.
Like
of
their
her
couples
craziness.
therapist.
Yeah.
And then beat you
Without
mad.
even paying me.
Yeah.
And then beat you mad at what you was doing for
Yeah.
her. That's dumb.
I mean,
So it's
you
just
kind of
like-
allowed it though. 'Cause
I did.
you put yourself in that position.
I did. I'm gonna accept responsibility for like
What?
me allowing it to get that far. But at the same time, there was a long period of time where I just let her go on with whatever it was, and I went on with her crazy, and I even like I kind of added fuel to the fire in the beginning because I didn't open my eyes to the fact that you are the problem sometimes. Like, bitch, why don't you leave him? Why are you breaking the TV? Why are you fucking up the door? Why are you like, you know, like leave
So when you
him?
kind of put the brakes on enabling the behavior, she said, "Oh, you're not co-signing my craziness anymore. Fuck you, bitch." Is essentially what happened.
basically,
You kind of brought it back to reality. Like, listen, man. Like,
basically,
I know I enabled some of this fuckery, but I gotta take accountability here and tell you that you're crazy and I fucked up. And she was just like, "Nah,
Basically, that's what happened. Yeah.
no." Well, yeah. I mean,
A big part of it is that women are just not receptive. Women are not coachable. Women don't want to hear that shit. We want to hear the, oh, love your curves, oh, this, oh, that, because we're afraid to feel uncomfortable.
yeah.
We're afraid to feel uncomfortable, but comfort is what fucks you up.
Yeah, yeah. Comfort is the fastest way
Comfort-
to not become,
Comfort
you know.
doesn't let you push yourself,
Yeah.
you know? I remember one time I was in school, and this is when the grade was out of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. My teacher gave me a 3 and told me in the teacher-parent thing, well, not me, she told my mom, the reason why she didn't want to give me a 4 was so that I wouldn't get comfortable.
That
And
was
it was
me.
it was from then that I realized being comfortable makes you lose your ambition.
Yeah, yeah,
That is a great teacher.
yeah.
That is a great teacher.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, being comfortable is the fastest way to lose your you know, your edge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta. I tell guys all the time, you gotta learn how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. As a matter of fact, and being able to kind of thrive in that discomfort. And yeah, I mean, you know, and this is not me just sitting here saying like women aren't held accountable and let's complain and cry and scream at the clouds. Like, no, it's just what I've come to realize now at this point from interviewing hundreds of women is that when I say the things that I say, a lot of the time it's the first time they've said it. Whereas like when I talk to men, they've heard it a million times. And that tells me that there's a crazy discrepancy in how things are communicated to the genders as far as like men typically having to understand the truth, because for us, let's go to the foundation. We're all here to procreate, right? We're all here to have children. That's the reason why we exist, to have offspring, right? So for men, in order for us to have offspring, we have to live in a fact-based reality. You guys need to self-improve, get in the gym, learn how to talk to girls, dress better, hygiene, make money, etc. You can't get girls unless you self-improve. Women, however, let's be honest, you guys kind of get the privilege of being approached. So there's not really a need to self-improve like that, because your existence alone allows you to do the sole purpose that you're put on earth for, which is to procreate. So why are you going to self-improve if there's no incentive for you to self-improve? You're still getting what you want. You're getting attention from men. You're getting dates. You're getting courtship. You're potentially getting sugar daddies even willing to pay you for feet pictures. I wouldn't want to self-improve either, bro. Like, I'm fine the way I am, motherfucker. People are giving me $10,000 a month for my feet pics. But what they don't realize is that when you don't work on yourself and you don't improve or you don't see deficiencies, that's the worst thing, because you don't realize until it's too late when you're 35 years old and you can't be saved by your beauty anymore. Now you actually have to self-improve. This is going to sound fucked up, but I'll tell y'all something. Older girls that aren't the most attractive, they have a really great personality. I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? They really do. Date a chick. I've been on a date with a girl. She's like 32, 33. She's not like the best. She's like maybe a 6, you know? They have the best personality. They're friendly. They've been around. They've done shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, oh, I know about that. Oh, I know about that. Good conversationalist. Oh, let me get that for you. Whatever.
They're down to smash.
You know, they're down to smash whatever. They make you a sandwich when you wake up. Like, they're really good and down to earth. Why? Because, well, they've had to, since they weren't blessed with the beauty and they didn't have things given to them, well, they had to work for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's become better people overall. And adversity always creates, you know, there's a reason why pressure creates diamonds, you know? So that's what it is. It's just that men typically have to figure this out far sooner than women do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think some, or I'm not going to say all, you know, but a lot of women aren't coachable, is because, especially if she's attractive, why should she be? Fuck you, bitch. I get my 10K a month no matter what. Like, I don't care.
Right.
So,
most of you
Guys,
pretty
get the likes up, man, because we are low on likes, man.
Guys, we got 2.6K likes.
Damn,
What the
man.
there's
fuck?
5,700 you motherfuckers in
2.6K
here.
likes. Come on, niggas.
Come
Yeah,
on,
guys,
bro.
yo, guys, do us a favor, like the video, bro, because this is a really good conversation. It's been a while
Mark's
since
losing
we've had
hair. He's sick. Oh,
Yeah,
man,
bro. This
you
is the
know.
first time. It's been a while, ladies, since we've had a good conversation like this. Most of the time, it's low IQ. Matter of fact, we had